How have we agreed to start these? Hello.
Yeah, I think like that. I think we agreed to start it like that. Hello. Hello. Anyone there? Hello. Hello. We are the aliens that have captured Conchetta and Lauren.
These girls are stinky.
They're stinky. We do not even want to do our anal probe on these stinky girls.
What? These girls complain so much. What is the big idea? What's the problem?
Seriously. Okay. Maybe.
A proper one. What if we just go like each week, like either you start or I start?
Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Do you want to or do you want me to?
I'll start because
Okay.
I'm coming in with like something that's happened today.
Okay.
And that is, I wonder if I've even talked about them on the pod before. I probably, knowing me, but I was up to about 30 additional minutes, I'm going to say today, was I trapped in the tunnels of Sydney. The tunnels under Parramatta Road. It's like the Lana Del Rey song, you know. Did you know that there's a tunnel? Did you know that there's a tunnel under Parramatta Road? And I'm in there, and if you miss your turn off, then you're in Hurstville all of a sudden.
It's over.
And I guess some people listening, they're going, "Hey, I'm trying to get to Hurstville," and I'm like, "Good for you." But I'm not.
What about the rest of us?
What about the rest of us? I'm in Hurstville. You're not. You're trying to get there. I'm there already. It cost me $10 to get there. And then Google Maps is like, oh, we'll just turn right back around, go back in the tunnel, pay another $10. I can't. I can't.
Can I just tell you, like, I honestly think about this where I'm like, it's actually crazy. Like, the Sydney tunnels.
And if you're not in Sydney, I'm sorry if this is too Sydney-centric.
Picture your own tunnel where you are.
Yeah, there's tunnels everywhere, I'm sure.
Hopefully you can just, okay, if you can't directly relate, let's just have some sympathy instead of empathy.
Yeah. Why don't you just put yourself in my shoes? Put yourself in my Mazda CX-3, okay? And just go in these tunnels. And
I honestly just think this, like, Lauren, like, just say you were having a wedding.
yes.
And it's at 12.
And you're in the tunnel.
I'm like, I'm missing your wedding. Like, there is like a 5-second chance where I lose it all. And I would have, like, that's what's so scary about it is because, like, I have all the best intentions. I'm literally like, I've left early.
Yep.
I'm in my car. And then if you just have a split second of just like a little bit late or whatever, it's like, well, you're going to be an hour late.
There's
and
no
there's
grace.
nothing you could do. There is no grace. There's no, like, that's where I'm like, there should be the superpower where you get to blink and then you just get to transport because, like, you're fucked.
Yeah. You should be able to have, okay, like in Harry Potter, which, you know, rest in peace, is now a broken franchise tarnished by the transphobic author. But anyway, we digress. But in Harry Potter, when Hermione has too many classes, so she gets a time turner, you should be able to have a time turner if you're going into the tunnel.
Yep.
Because then it's like you miss your exit, stop, pause, rewind, go back. But also what I was thinking is because when you go in the tunnel and then you come out too far and then you have to go back in the tunnel and go back,
Yeah.
there are cameras in the tunnel. Like, and these cameras can detect if you're wearing your seatbelt wrong, if you're driving too fast. So I'm just thinking, like, why can't the cameras detect that, like, I'm just a girl and that it shouldn't charge me for going back in the tunnel?
That's so true.
You know, if it's like, oh, okay, you made a mistake, you shouldn't have
Wait,
to.
we recognize that denim jacket.
Hang on a
Is she
second.
coming back? Okay.
They're like, choo-choo. They take a photo of me yelling in my car, and then they can refund the toll.
I'm so, wait, so where were you going? You were trying to go where?
I was just trying to get home.
You were trying to go home. So true.
It's always when you're just trying to get home. And also, the tunnels cost money, okay? Imagine if people... I know in Perth that they, like, don't have toll roads.
Free tunnels?
I think. I don't know. Maybe they don't have any tunnels. Maybe it's all above ground there. There was that
Alfresco?
one... Yeah, alfresco roads. But in Sydney, if you're up the top, it's free. If you're underneath, you're paying for it, okay?
Cha-ching.
Cha-ching. And if I'm in the tunnel, it's because I'm like, you know what, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to get to where I'm going 10 minutes faster, and it's just going to be a little bit of a smoother ride. But it just backfires, doesn't it?
Do you also feel like it's a thing that you lose all reception in the tunnels?
Yes!
That's like one of the most criminal things that they could do.
You go in and you're actually alone in the tunnel. There's no Google Maps in the tunnel.
And that's when you need them most and they abandon you.
Yeah.
So they're asking for me to go the wrong way and get lost. I actually get so mad that your radio drops out, your maps drops out. I'm like, okay, where's the NBN here?
Yeah,
where's the like? Why aren't we connect? Let's get these tunnels fully operational because
Yeah.
then I was thinking about when you get stuck in the tunnel, then what?
Then
You're dead.
what? And then when there's an incident in the tunnel, and if you're listening to the radio, then they take over your radio. Have you heard that? And it goes boom, boom, boom. Welcome to the tunnel. There is a car pulled over on the right side. And I'm like, I'm just trying to listen to Triple J Breakfast with Conchetta and Luca on the radio, and it's been taken over.
I was gonna say they should don't you wish you could book that of like if you're in the tunnel and they take over for Big Natural Talents, like it just
Oh my
switches to
God.
Big Natural
Yeah, I
Talent.
wish we could take over. We're like, hi, girlie. Welcome to West Connects. We're going to be taking you through. Don't miss your exit. That's what we'd be doing the whole
So
time.
true.
We'd be like, where are you wanting to get off? Okay, if you want to get off at Concord, it's coming up. Like, that's what it needs to be.
I would love that.
I would love that gig. Transport New South Wales, reach out to our team.
And I also can't stop picturing Lana Del Rey in the tunnel singing a cover of her song.
There's a tunnel under Concord and Ashfield.
You know what's actually amazing?
Yeah.
Is you look like Lana Del Rey
Thank
from
you.
afar,
From
like
afar.
from a car.
If you have like conjunctivitis and you're looking at me driving past you in a car and someone said, that's Lana Del Rey, then you'd be like, maybe.
It's like you should go in the tunnel.
I should be in
We
there
could do like a
singing.
PR stunt.
Yes.
That's really funny.
PR.
That's amazing. Great topic.
That's what I wanted to come in with because it's where
Thank
I've come
you.
from. The tunnels.
I'm so glad you made it.
That's my journey. Thank you. Thank you. What about you? What's up?
Okay, something I want to throw at you
Mhm.
is actually amazing because you heard a little bit about this on the Speaking of Breakfast with Conchetta and
I
Luca. It's
was.
something I talked about in the show, but I was like, I have to talk to you about this.
And I loved it because I'm very rarely up early enough and like listening to the FM radio to catch Conchetta's morning show. But I was this morning. So that's
So that's exciting. I felt really honored. I told my whole team in our show
Yeah.
debrief, I'm like, Lauren was listening. But what I want to talk about is this. So we've just had a long weekend and everyone else was going outside and doing things. I was literally planted for 4 days. I was exhausted. It's winter and my voice has been so sore. I was just like staying in and enjoying a plethora of TV that's happening right now. God, I'm sort of watching all the best
shows.
TV. I love
Yeah.
shows. And something that occurred to me is I'm like, oh my God, when you have like a long stretch of time, I was like, I get to watch TV and eat in my bed. Like I'm snuggly. I'm like, and so I'm eating all sorts of things. I'm eating chocolate. I'm eating chips. I'm eating whatever I want. And Ben is more of like, he's the head of the bed, if that makes sense. He's sort of like, always like, he's very anal about the bed.
He's the sleepy guy. He's in charge of the bed. He's a sleep hygiene guy.
He is.
But also, so you're watching TV in bed, and like I know the layout of your house. Like,
Yeah.
like let me get in there in my mind palace, like coming in around. But like it's a 1-bedroom apartment. But so you're watching TV like on your laptop.
On my laptop. Yep. And
I've got lots to say, but keep
Okay.
going.
Okay,
and then
but
I'll.
all I'm doing is I'm eating in our bed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the height of like, this is what I deserve. This is what
It's
this
decadent.
feels so good. Like, I've got nowhere to be. I don't have to get up at 4. I get to like chill and be cozy and whatever. And then Ben's coming in the bed and he's sort of like policing the bed. He's like, what have you been eating in here? He can feel little crumbs.
Well, you're leaving evidence behind, aren't you? Because if he has to ask, then you've done something, haven't you?
That's right. I've done something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Princess and the Pea, like, what's going on? Like, just chill out. And I think we actually came to the point where he's like, I can tell my partner doesn't want me eating in the bed or at least wants me, like, doing... And I just said to him, I was like, I'm not going to stop eating in the bed. Like, I actually, like,
Wow.
if I'm putting a boundary,
Yeah.
like, you cannot stop me from doing this. Like, I need to do this. And obviously it's like, we're all okay. We're not, and like, we're fighting completely territory. But I just realized I'm like, I love eating in the bed. So then I talked about it on the show of like, who's with me? Like, doesn't anyone else feel this? Of like, whatever, like, okay, I'll just like clean the crumbs out. But what this is like is worth all the risks. So I wanted to see what you thought. And so then we talked about in the show, and we got the most hilarious, obviously, listeners
Yeah.
coming on. You
This
heard the
guy
guy.
called in who had spilled a whole Luxor in his bed, and his vibe, his like energy was
incredible.
It was intoxicating, and I was like, this guy. We can say this on the podcast. Couldn't say it on TV on the radio, I'm sure you were thinking, this guy must be hot as hell,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
He sounded
yeah.
sexy.
He sounded sexy
He
and
was like,
funny and
yeah, I was sick and I got a Luxor. Oh, my mistake. I tipped it. I'm not even doing him justice.
he was incredible.
Because anyway, this guy spilled a whole Luxor on his mattress, had to take the mattress outside. It was soaked in fish sauce. It was so funny. And I was trying to think, I feel like, okay,
Yeah, where do you sit on eating in the bed? Where are you on the spectrum?
I'm not against it. I completely understand though. Like, I don't want crumbs in the bed. But my position is like, there's just different scenarios where it's, if I'm in a hotel, there's absolutely no question because like the bed is where you are. Like the bed, I'm like, I was recently when I was in Canberra for work, I like bought some bread rolls. I was like laying out the bread rolls on the bed, spreading them, popping some ham and cheese on. Like I was making a bread roll in the bed. That's what
Are
I'll
you doing
do.
it like in the covers or are you on top of the covers?
It was on top of. Because also
Okay.
I think like that's clean, you know?
Yeah.
And in hotels, like I don't trust any surface. I think they are cleaning the hotel, of course, but like people could have just come over and like licked all the plates and stuff and you just don't even know.
So you think it's cleaner on the bed than on a plate?
Yeah,
That could be
the
true.
linens have been cleaned. But if I'm at my home
Mm.
and I think there's two different scenarios here though. If you're in a share house, eat in the bed because the room is your domain. The
Yep.
room is your castle. That's all. That's what you have. That's all you have in this life. But I just live with my boy, like you do. We're not in share houses anymore.
Yeah.
When I used to be in a share house, absolutely Luxor in bed all day. But now I'm on the couch.
Oh, you're going couch.
I'm couch. Why would I want to be in the bed? I've got the whole house. I've got the whole apartment. It's not a house, guys. Don't worry. It's not a house. I've got the whole apartment. It's like my domain. So like I've like got a little heated blanket on the couch. I'm watching TV on the TV. I've got the Chromecast going. I'm rocking that Chromecast. It's not a smart TV, you know. But like wouldn't you want to watch it on the big telly and just vibe out on your couch?
Do you know what I just realized?
Yeah.
Could this be a factor? Ben and I are always watching separate things. And like, if Ben's like, we can't be in the same place watching.
Yeah.
So Ben was on the couch and I'm going to the bedroom. So I guess we have
That
to
changes
like
things.
swap.
Yeah.
It
I
change-
have a computer boyfriend. So my boyfriend is on the computer doing computer things and I'm on the couch. But if he needed to be on the couch, doing like what God knows what shit that I don't want to see, video games about fucking wizards or something, then yeah, I guess I would be locked up in the bedroom.
Yeah. It's like we don't have an office or a study or whatever. We've got lounge room and bedroom.
Yeah.
And then if I like have to sit at just the idea of sitting at the table
That's
versus
crazy.
the bed, I'm
No,
like
absolutely not.
that's
Yeah.
like I'm like fighting for my human rights. It's just
Girls
my
gotta
own-
eat.
Girls gotta eat, and I want to eat comfy, but I really like throw all the consequences out the window, and I just don't think about the bed. Whereas Ben's thinking about the bed. So are there
Yeah.
chocolate stains in the bed? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? It's my bed.
Well, the thing with the chocolate stain in the bed is like you can eat, there can be 100 squares of chocolate in the room and you drop freaking one of them in the bed and then it's like a giant stain all over everywhere. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. And can I tell you something? So then Luca was asking me, okay, let's go buy foods. He's like, I think it's food dependent. And
yeah,
one of the
list of foods you're eating in the bed.
Yeah. Wait, so I just want to tell you
What?
one food you asked me if I would eat in the bed. You said croissant. And guess what I thought of when I heard just the word croissant? Lauren Bonner.
Well, there's going to be crumbs.
Exactly.
That we
and
know.
so I thought about this. Did we ever say this on our first step of like, let's bring back another really famous big natural talents phrase that
Yeah.
came from the mind of Lauren Bonner is you cannot have the croissant without the crumbs,
Yeah.
which is a metaphor meaning.
Meaning you can't have the good things in life without the bad, the fallout.
Yeah.
Even the good things have their little downsides.
So him just making a
Yeah.
small comment like hit for me like a deep like life
Yeah.
lesson that like a whole world
Yeah.
was unlocked by just him being like, do you eat a croissant in the bed?
Wow.
I was like, wow, croissant crumbs, but I couldn't bring that to Triple J, but I can
Yeah, it's
bring
sacred.
it here. But I am eating a croissant in the bed if I want to.
Well, I guess actually thinking about croissant and crumbs, like the croissant and the crumbs, eating in bed is the croissant and the crumbs is crumbs. And that's,
That's exactly how
that's exactly
I feel.
what it is.
That's exactly how I feel.
So you're like, well, I can't have this without the crumbs. Like the crumbs are okay. Like the crumbs can be swept away, and it's worth it for the croissant that is the eating in bed.
And if I can bring it back to the incredibly hot guy who called up having the Luxor.
So hot.
Right at the end, I
Never
said,
seen him.
Did that? He didn't even get to have a spoonful of the Luxor. It already completely fell over straight away. And I said, are you off eating in the bed? And he's like, nah, I'm still team eating. Oh, because that's it. Like, even the risk of a whole Luxor ruining your whole bed to me is that crumb.
But that's masculine. That's sexy and masculine of him for him to say. I don't even fucking care if I spill a whole Luxor in my bed. I'm going to get right back into it, Like, that is like, and that's what makes him sexy.
So sexy!
That's what we're drawn to. And I was listening and I was like, oh my God, this guy.
This guy. Oh my God.
Not many guys could tell a story about spilling a whole Luxor in bed and make it seem...
His room is saying smells like prawns. It's like...
He's like prawn and milk in the bed. And I'm like, yeah, throw me in the mix there. Babe, call me a freaking... I don't know, bean sprout, because I want to get in that little Luxor.
You're a little bean sprout.
I'm a little freaking bean sprout. I'm going to slurp you up. Anyway, sorry for this guy.
So funny. So why don't I ask you foods and see if you think if you personally would eat them in bed? Because everyone knows I'll eat whatever, but let's see what Lauren, like the more sort of like mature of the two of us. Okay, so let's go pizza.
It's like not a messy food, but no.
I said so. No too.
Yeah, it's greasy. I'd touch my pillow and yeah.
Okay, you like a lot of like you like a lot of stir fry. What about stir fry?
Yeah, I think if it's contained to a bowl, like almost anything in a bowl. I mean, Luxor aside, maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like honestly, I have eaten a Luxor on my bed when I lived in a share house. Because like, what else am I gonna do? Go out into the room and talk to the people that I know?
No.
No.
Okay, ice cream?
Yeah.
Brownie?
Yeah, but like with a napkin. I'm very careful of crumbs in the bed.
Okay.
That's what I'm quite cautious of.
What about like are you having like tea and stuff in the bed? Like you drink?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a real treat.
Well, what's the difference between a Luxor and a tea? Well, actually, I know. The
like
prawns
the vessel that it's in, the fish sauce, like
everything.
If you could have a cup of soup in bed,
okay,
and that would be fine. But also, that said, every time I bring coffee into bed, I spill it, and I keep doing it. But I do have heaps of coffee, and like even Alex bought a brand new koala mattress when we were like first dating, and I like immediately spilled coffee on it, and he was like, "Oh."
Okay, what about a rack of ribs?
No.
Okay, that's it. It's the last
No. I think you should be able to eat in bed because you don't have a separate room that you can lock your boyfriend in when you want to watch TV. Like, that's the real problem.
Yeah.
He should be locked in the bed, not eating then if he wants. If that's the rule.
Okay, we've solved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Sorted. Done.
Okay, over to you.
Okay, well, this is quite a formal episode. We're going back and forth. It's good. Next on the agenda. I've got like some kind of an addition to like girl maths.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember when girl maths was a thing?
Yes.
What was that like? Because what did people really say that was? I guess that it's just like all the little things. So like the girl maths that I do all the time is like if something is like $20, it's free. If something is $80, it's $100.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you pay with cash, like it doesn't count.
Cash,
like it's just the justification.
Yeah.
The crazy justification for things.
Yeah.
Is it that?
Kind of. I think it's kind of can be anything.
Yeah.
I think girls can kind of do anything.
Yeah.
But this one is something that I felt last week or this week, but I had to pay for like fucking everything on my car at once. You know when when it rains it pours.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
My blinker was broken, my seatbelt was broken, just like random shit, and I needed a service. I needed to pay my insurance and I needed to register my car. So it's just costing $1 million. So I went to the mechanic and tapped my phone, $2,000. Okay. This isn't the point, but I also wanted to say $2,000. I could just tap my phone. I didn't even have to put my PIN number in.
That's crazy.
What's going on with that?
Yeah. Have the banks changed
Why
something?
did they change that? Like, I don't, like, I've got time to put the PIN in. Just let me put the PIN.
Is it because you're tapping?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm only ever tapping though.
So true.
I don't even know where my card is. Probably someone has it and is buying stuff, and that would explain a lot, actually.
Sometimes I dreamed about, did you hear how like every time you tap, you have this like extra charge? And there was one day where I'm like, okay, I'm going to go card mode, so I'll avoid all charge. But it's like, no, tapping actually rules that it's worth the charge.
Actually worth it. There's no, like, yeah, if they said every time you tap it costs an extra $20, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
That's it.
Fine. Anyway, well, this is kind of on the same note, which is like, because I had to spend $2,000 on my car in one day. And then some people, I think, would do that and then be like, oh, well, now I have to not spend any money. But I feel like when I have to spend heaps of money on something that's boring, like a car or something that you have to pay a fine, then I feel like entitled to spend money like on myself. I'm like, well, I spent $2,000 on the car. Now I get to spend $2,000 on me.
Totally. That's amazing.
Right?
Absolutely. It's like I actually need
like-
self-care
Yeah.
to balance out this stupid, boring thing.
Yeah.
That's so true. And you're so right.
Yeah.
Like
I get a treat now. Like I just,
Yeah.
and then it's also
Yeah.
like this feeling of like you go, boom, $2,000 and you like look behind you and you're like, huh, the world didn't end. Okay. Back now. The recording went weird for a second, but we're back and we'll work out how we're going to edit it. But we're talking about the car. We're talking about spending money.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So I spent heaps of money on my car.
Yeah.
And then I felt like I had to spend money on myself too. And like, I also wanted to just throw a little caveat in there that was like, I don't want people like, obviously like, I haven't like, don't be like, Lauren's lost touch. She's got so much money. Like, no, I haven't lost touch. I know like if you have to spend a lot of money on something, then maybe you can't buy yourself heaps of stuff as well.
Yeah.
Full sympathy, respect to the girlies on the line out there. Lived my life on that knife edge for a long time.
Totally.
And, you know, this isn't show business money, by the way. I need everyone to know that I was legitimately driving a van this morning, okay?
Totally.
I work.
I still think it's valid as like a thinking, a tracking the
Conceptually.
thinking wherever
Yeah.
you're at.
Yeah.
Is anyone else going like, when I spend, whether it's $50 on a fine, I'm like, well, that was like a boring, I had to do that. Like,
So now I get a treat.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally. It's kind of funny. It's kind of reminiscent of backing your car into a thing and being like,
It is.
time to go get a matcha.
It's kind of like, well, what's going to happen? Yeah, you smash your car window and then you're like, what next?
Yeah.
Get a treat. You spend $2,000 and like, yeah, you kind of go like, wow, like, I can do that.
Totally. That's so,
I could do that.
that's so, I just think that's
Yeah.
so real.
But I couldn't spend $2,000 on myself. Like that would be like, I couldn't even, I'm a shopaholic
I know.
and I still don't even know how to drop that much money.
But that makes it also kind of seem like a bargain when you're like, well, I'm going to buy this like
Literally,
hat for
AirPods.
AirPods. You know?
I was like, so the car cost me like, and that's $2,000. That's like, that was just the mechanic. That doesn't include the insurance that I had to pay and the rego.
yeah,
I'm actually not even going to think about adding it all up. And that's because that's not my problem.
Totally.
Okay, I'm doing that in separate transactions. That's 3 different girls that day tapping that card.
Yeah.
And whatever will be, will be. Like, I'm like, $2,000 on the car. These AirPods were $270. What am I going to do? Like, that's like a crumb. That's a drop in the ocean for the priceless experience of not having to hear. Like, I needed the noise cancelling because my gym keeps playing techno remixes of Scatman John.
Can you do your impression?
Do. I'm a scat man.
Is it the one where it's like beep, ba, 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 ba,
Yeah,
ba?
literally. They played that literally.
You know what that song
I
sounds
didn't
like?
know what to do.
It sounds like a fedora.
Yes.
Beep, ba, 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 da, bo. Ba, 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 bo. A guy with the fedora is scatting.
He is.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
But yeah, that was my contribution.
I love it. I actually off that should say, and maybe this is like, okay, it's the classic full disclosure of like women being financially secure is important. You know that more than anyone. Thinking about your financial security, like learning about it, saving, investing, like we should all be
Yeah.
doing that. But do you know what era I'm a little bit in right now in my TikTok?
And I'm ready to be excited about this. Yep.
If we can just like
I'm with you.
and it's making me feel like less alone. It's honestly helped me a little bit out of a very dark, depressing slump. But it's girly. I almost like want to play you one. But it's girlies being like, I want to if I want to spend my money getting a
Yes.
matcha, if I want to spend it on my nails, like, and the comments being a girl being like, you don't take that money when you're dead, nail emoji.
You don't.
I was like, so kill me for enjoying my life and
Yeah.
spending it on things that actually make me feel good day to day. And then I saw another TikTok that was all about people having this, we all are like, life's about the destiny, like the destiny. Once we get here.
Oh, we've got to save up for this. We've got to save for this. Like, the world is literally ending. I literally, like, this is getting into something else that I've written down in the dot points of my general thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, we should change the language around saving money. And it's like, oh, I'm saving it. It's like, why are you hoarding all your money, girl? Why you got all that money cluttering up your bank account? Literally, it's just piling up. Oh my God, you got to get rid of some of it, pay it forward, put it into the economy, buy something from a small business,
Small business.
go into Depop, see the girlies there, give them a bit of money, make their day.
Isn't that amazing? Like,
Yeah.
And obviously it's like, take it within, a grain of salt. But like, if we can just fucking say it, I'm like, these girlies being like, no, I actually, it's been the most like helpful and affirming thing for a time where I was realizing like, oh, I'm like, saving on my nails and like my hands look ratty every second, and my hair, I'm like, oh, like I'm learning to love my curls, but like also I want to save on blow dry. And then I'm like, and then I just got to this place where I felt like shit. I looked like shit. I like had no, and again, there's other ways to, and that's another side of TikTok of being like how to love yourself that doesn't involve spending money. And it's like saying no. It's like, what's the word? Romanticizing your routine. It's like doing other things like that. And that is real and valid. But also when a girl on TikTok who's like sounding confident and loving herself being like, your hair and your nails, that's what's going to make you feel good, makes you feel put together. And I got my nails done and I'm like, fuck, yes. And I've just noticed I like feel better. And like, obviously I need to think about other things, but I don't know. I should play one of these TikToks. They're incredible.
Yeah. These girls, they're
These
out here.
girls!
They are.
They
I know.
are.
You got to buy little stuff. You got to buy little stuff.
You got to buy little stuff. Like, it's a little bit like,
What's the grammar on that sentence? You got to buy little stuff. That's not right.
I think that's a new saying
Yeah.
that we say, you got to buy little
I'll write that
stuff,
down.
write it down. Also, I think it's also part of a motto or a mantra that I hear people say where they go, don't just like, you know how they say like, don't just save the nice things for like the special occasion. They're like, wear your favorite earrings like day to day. Don't just wait for like the wedding day or wait.
Yeah.
I definitely believe in that because I'm like, honey, you could be dead tomorrow. Like, wear the thing, do it. Like,
You're going to die, so just buy a Frappuccino, okay? So
Yes.
just get one if you want one.
Yeah,
My
totally.
thing with that is I do agree, and I buy myself treats every single day. I get anything I want, I get it, okay? I see it, I like it, I get it, okay? But it's like about what it's worth as well, though, because I will get like a special yummy coffee from like a special place that does a special thing, and it's worth the $10 to me. But then the other week, I was just like in my local shopping center and I wanted a coffee. And so I just got a normal ass iced soy latte, which to some people is special enough. But just like from a random place, it wasn't even that good. And it still cost like $8 for just a soy iced latte. And I was like, this wasn't worth it because I could make this at home with like instant coffee. I don't even care. I'm not a coffee head. But if it's like a special little matcha thing, I'll pay anything for that. I'll pay $15.
you're making me so thirsty. I want to like drive and
know.
find a
Let's
specific drink.
wrap this up and go get a special drink because we've just got water bottles here.
Also, you sort of touched on a word that is sort of like stepping on a landmine around me, Depop.
And Chet did say that before we hopped on the mics because I was telling her I'm wearing a pair of pants that I bought on Depop and they just arrived. I picked them up from my soup, ripped open the bag, put them on, came here, didn't wash them, which I also wanted to throw out. Some people are against not washing things before, especially secondhand clothes, I guess, in some circles. But when you buy something from the op shop, it smells like op shop. And I usually wash it. Sometimes I don't. But these pants, they just like smell like some other girly. Like not like BO, but it's like I smell like I smell like, you know, when like some girl like go to your friend's house.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's your smell. It's like, this is just like freaking, I don't even know, Rebecca or something.
That is literally
you smell
Sisterhood
like
of the
her.
Traveling Pants. If that's like an iconic
Yeah.
movie for feminism where it's like just wear the pants and don't wash them, have I seen it? No, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I think the top line is of like wear the pants from your friend and don't wash them.
Yeah, that's
You're
the
kind
whole
of
thing.
just doing that through Depop.
Yeah. But then now if I go home and my boyfriend like smells me and if he likes what he smells,
Uh-oh.
because it's someone else's pheromones on me.
You should piss on them.
Yeah, I should.
Like how dogs do it.
Yeah, and I'd be like, you like that? But Conchetta,
Yeah.
you said you were banned from Depop.
Yeah.
Why are you banned from Depop?
I have no idea. Dia, I'm so mad. And the other day I
Just
was
make another login or something. What's going on?
I just like every time I go to log in, it's like it's so aggressive.
Yeah.
It's like you are banned, you are blocked. I don't know what I've done, and it actually came up when I was shopping in a store, and a girl, again like you, every girl that wears anything cool is like, it's off Depop, and I'm like, oh, I'm banned, and she was like, guess what, me too, and she was like, I was psycho about it. She was like, I made a different email and a different thing, and I like kept doing because I sold something off Depop,
Yeah.
and she just talked to me about like really fighting the system of like working around it. She's like, I emailed, I harassed it. So I haven't
Why
done
is
that.
it
I just was like,
work,
well, if you
isn't
don't
it?
want me, like I'm not coming.
Yeah, true. They should come to you.
But I kind of really want to get back on, like,
You gotta
because
get back
you've
on.
got all these successful purchases I
really
see around
good.
me. So let's
Yeah.
investigate that. Maybe I'll send an email off the back of this and say,
Yeah.
hey, Depop, like, what have I done? Like, please
Let's
help
look
me.
into it. We're getting into it. We're investigating. Depop, reach out if you're listening. What did she do? I mean, what would you have done? I mean, Depop, the app, and like, yeah, it's very aggressive.
Yeah.
My gripes with Depop, you know, are many, but it is really an app like designed by the girlies.
Yes.
And I'm going to say this in a way I don't want girlies to feel bad, but designed by the girlies in a negative way. I think I'm like, this is where the girlies fall down because
Okay,
it's too. Okay, on Depop, you like, someone will post a shirt for $20 and then you can make an offer. You can say, hey, babe, I'll pay $15. And then she has to go, yes, I approve that offer. And then you have to go again, okay, yeah, I really meant it. I'm going to buy it for $15. Like, that's too many decisions.
Oh,
That's too
I
many.
see.
It's like, hey, could I pay this? And they're like, yeah, you can. And then they go, yeah, okay, I will. Like, it's like 3 levels of like being like, yeah, I'll do that. And like, it just doesn't happen.
Why are they making us do that?
I don't know.
It's
Because
like a.
women are indecisive.
I can't even remember the features of this app to even like know what you're talking
Yeah, I'm
about.
sorry
I've been
for
blocked
bringing it up.
for
I'm
so
sorry.
long.
I'm sorry.
But I really have a few in your pants, and I don't
Yeah.
think you need to wash them. If
I'm
I'm
never-
eating,
I'm
like,
never going to wash them.
if I'm eating something in bed, I'm certainly not washing clothes after I buy them.
No.
Unless they
yeah.
really stink.
Yeah.
I don't care. I literally,
really stink. Like, if they stink a little.
if I bought them soiled, then maybe I'll wash them.
How about we break it up with a fuck watch?
Please.
Okay. I've got a fuck watch, which is one, because I was also trying to think, we haven't been doing the podcast for like a year or something. I feel like so much has happened.
I know.
And then I'm like, what like exists now that didn't exist then? And Benson Boone has come up.
Yes.
And like everyone's talking about Benson Boone. I feel like we could talk about Benson Boone separately. But I wanted to throw Benson Boone into a fuck watch. Wow. Okay.
Okay.
And I was like, who do we pair Benson with? And I went kind of crazy with this. And this is something that I think did exist when we were last doing the pod, but not in a huge way, not in the huge way that it is now. Okay, so the question is fuck watch, Benson Boone, and ChatGPT.
Holy shit.
Think about that.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay, because you know where my brain goes if Benson's watching. I'm worried he's
Gonna do a
flipping.
backflip.
He's
Yeah.
flipping and he's not paying attention.
He's flipping the F out. And you're like, stop doing a backflip. I'm trying to have sex with an application.
Yeah, totally. I honestly
Yeah.
think like Benson is so well renowned for his flipping, no matter where he is. Like, he's trying to get attention if he's watching.
Yeah.
He's like watching in the corner of his eye. He's watching being like, well, watch me.
Yeah.
That there's no
He's
way
doing a
Benson
flip.
Boone is watching me fuck ChatGPT. So I have to fucking pin Benson down.
Yeah, and he's trying to flip the whole time. He's doing flips. He could probably could suck his own dick, do you think? Can you say that? Can we say that? How old is he? He's
I've
20 or something, right?
Can I tell you something? I know nothing about this guy. I literally. have
Well, I'm
not
glad
even
he was.
looked
I know
at-
everything. No, I don't.
It's great. Like, I just have seen him. I don't know where he came from. I don't know his age. I,
know.
haven't even looked at his Wikipedia
I don't know.
once.
Never.
I just know that people are laughing. Oh, and I know the impression. Stay, please, stay.
Yeah.
Something about you that I think you wouldn't realize on the side is that you're incredible at impressions. But still either better.
I am. Oh, okay. I want to hear your answer, but we're going to let's pause.
Okay.
So let it stew because you said I'm incredible impressions. I wanted to try do an impression, but I don't think I haven't got it. I keep feeling like I want to do it, but I keep kind of trying to do it, but I can't do it.
Can I guess what it is? Is it Trump?
Well, no, because I can do that. There's no question.
you can.
I did everything right, and then you indicted me. But that was Trump. I wanted to do Dakota Johnson. What do you think of Dakota?
Okay, I don't. Yeah, I think you could do it. You need to do it.
Dakota Johnson, because if I can be a bitch for a second,
Yeah.
but also she's fine. She's like both famous, beautiful, and a nepo baby. So we can.
She's dating Chris Martin of Coldplay.
What? Yeah, okay. So we can say whatever we want about her.
Mhm.
I don't think she's a good actress. I don't think she's good at acting, and that's fine. That's fine to be. But maybe actually I'm projecting onto her because I feel like she like doesn't move her face much when she talks. But I think I have that problem as well.
Are you
And now
serious?
I'm moving my face a lot when I talk. But I think I can be a bit like dead. But I think she does that. But anyway, I wanted you to like throw me like a situation and I'll be Dakota Johnson in that situation then.
Okay. Hey Dakota, thank you for bringing your car in.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so your seatbelt is broken and your
What?
windscreen wipers are broken and
Don't even worry about the windscreen wipers. We can get new seatbelt or something. I guess we need that for registration.
yeah, you do. It's really these are quite important changes to the car and all up it's going to be $2,000.
Okay, just call me later and I'll pay whatever you need to pay.
Can you pay now and can you tap?
Yeah, I can tell. Do you guys think that was a good Dakota Johnson impression?
I'm going to leave it to the people, but
Yeah.
from what I saw, it was incredible.
I think that was actually good.
I was trying to watch your face. I was trying to be like, is it moving? Is it not moving? Also,
I don't know.
what's the movie she's famous for? Is she 50
Shades.
First Dates?
50 Shades of First Dates. Imagine if Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore did 50 Shades of Grey.
It'd be incredible.
It'd be
Also, can you
awesome.
do Drew? Sorry, I'm making you like a monkey.
Drew is more you, but like Drew is like, oh my God, I can't believe that you guys are going to do this. Guys,
Not the list.
But no, okay, that wasn't ready. I gotta work on it. I'll work
No,
on it.
no, you gotta work on
I gotta work on it.
Is it time to wrap or can I throw something else at you?
Kind of, unless tell me in 25 words or less, fuck watched Benson Boone and ChatGPT.
Well, I think I'm standing by Benson Boone. I have to
Fucking-
fuck him.
yeah.
But now I'm trying to conceptualize what's ChatGPT doing watching me.
Kind of whatever you want it to do.
Okay, like I'm trying to picture it like
Yeah.
is it a computer? Is it anthropomorphized?
Yeah, it could be like a big computer, and it's like typing words, or it could be speaking them. It could be like, wow, excellent choice on doing that. Here's a tip. If Benson Boone does a backflip while, I don't know.
I actually know so sure about my answer.
Okay, yeah.
You know I'm all about dirty talk.
Oh my God.
I don't
Perfect.
even think it matters if
Yeah.
it's a robot voice. I actually think it's hornier if ChatGPT is describing what the hell I'm doing to Benson and what Benson is doing to me. And I hope I feel like me trying to fuck Benson Boone is like trying to stay on one of those cowboy things that try to throw you off.
Heel boy. He's going around and around and around.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stop him from flipping.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to be
Yeah.
like, okay, flip that tongue around me and on me and things like that. So
Yeah.
that is my answer. And I feel really, really kind of excited about the concept. I wish it could be
Yeah,
real.
I'm
Where
excited.
are you on Fuckwatch for that?
I think I'm with you on that. I think I agree, and I would be fucking Benson Boone and ChatGPT is watching. What I will say about Benson Boone watching is like I don't hate the idea of Benson Boone flipping around in the corner while I'm. I'm so scared. So
I'm
there's
really
like
scared
a
it's
sound in
a
the
bird.
studio. What if is it a bird or what if it's a rat?
Can I look?
Yeah, sorry. There's like a scratching outside the window.
Oh, it's a bird.
It's a bird.
It's a
What kind of bird?
Yellow.
Your cockatoo?
It's a cockatoo. It's a huge cockatoo.
Aw.
Get out.
He wants to come on the pod.
It's our special guest. He's running late.
It's Benson Boone.
Wow, that's okay. I
Okay.
just want to tell you that quickly. I thought that was going to be a grown man, like trying to scratch and hearing our podcast and trying to scratch into the studio.
Let me in.
Horny from our
Don't.
fuck watch.
That's disgusting.
Hypothetical. Sorry, no. Finish what you were saying, and then we wrap.
Oh, I was just looking at the time. Oh yeah, no, we got a minute. No, I don't know. I think I was done.
Wait, no, I feel like you were saying something. You said the thing about Benson Boone watching is you
yeah.
wouldn't be bothered by something.
I don't mind him flipping. I think it's funny that everyone is okay. That's what I want to say about Benson Boone. Okay, everyone's hating on Benson Boone, and sure we can. You know, like I don't think he's good at music or whatever, but he's just a guy, and I'm sort of like at least he's doing a flip. People are like, this guy has no talent, and I'm like, he's doing a backflip.
No, that is talent.
Like he's like that is talent, and he's like proving that to us every day. It just did it again.
Oh no. I just think like, didn't he say nothing changed?
Yeah, but I think it stopped.
Oh, okay. All right, let me get him.
Sorry.
Oh, no, don't worry. This is the end.
This is the end, then we'll just wrap up.
Oh, dang. I think it just happened again, but we are literally 1 second away from being done. So like, if you just. Oh, okay. So
Is
we'll
it?
just wrap it and it'll-
Oh,
I think Lauren's saying it looks like it stopped. I can't
Sorry.
see it in the same way.
oh wait, no, maybe it is still going.
Is that?
The TV's got a dodgy connection, so did the TV like flash off?
Yeah, and then it's got
Yeah.
the little alert there.
Yeah, so it just thinks that we've disconnected a
Oh,
mic, but it's
okay.
actually just disconnected the TV because it's.
Oh, okay, good.
So,
Okay, we will literally wrap it in
Alright,
1
sorry,
minute.
so
And
thank you so
and
much.
sorry for making you get up
no,
again.
that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're wrapping up. Do you have any last words?
Oh.
Any final comments?
I want to say, let him flip.
Let him flip.
I think it's really brave of you to stand with him.
Yeah.
I just don't want him flipping while I'm fucking. That's just like why
That's
I
fair
stand
enough.
on that.
That's fair enough.
And what's the new thing? A new saying. I don't want to push it, but just
You gotta buy little stuff.
you gotta buy little stuff.
You gotta buy little stuff. Hashtag let him flip. We can wrap up. I mean, okay? We don't have any gossip, but I'll finish with one tiny gossip. And because we mentioned ages ago the mushroom case lady, and we'll have to talk about her more. But I just wanted to say that I had a friend message me, and I thought you'd like this, that she's been following the mushroom case, and she's definitely guilty, by the way.
Everyone thinks that.
Everyone thinks that, except for us.
And she's on the pod next week.
And she's coming on. No. But my friend said that in like her deposition or something today, like in court, they're like fully questioning her about her diarrhea that she claimed to have because she said that she got sick as well from
Yeah.
the mushroom. So then like in the court, like they're asking her all these questions specifically about her diarrhea.
Really?
And my friend was like, at that point, lock me up. She's like, I would rather go to jail than talk about my diarrhea in court.
That's so funny. Whereas I'm like, I could do that for a podcast
You
if you
do.
wanted. Let's talk
You
about
do.
it. I honestly like take the court and make it Luca and take the mushroom lady and make it me. And when I'm going to the toilet at work and coming back, he's like,
That's your
so what's
job.
happened in there? Honestly, I don't always want to get into it, but like it's that level of like, I could just tell him.
Disgusting.
But it
Yeah.
is crazy for a lot of people. Also, like, yeah, I heard that about her going into the bush and shitting and then like coming back with her son in the car. Like, what?
That's crazy.
I don't know if legally we can say anything else, but that's so true. Lock
Yeah.
me up if
Lock
you're
me
talking
up.
about your diarrhea to a group of people.
I'll be like, I plead the fifth. I'm going to go to jail. Bye.
Bye. Anyways, okay. Love
Thanks.
you. Great.
Bye.
Bye.